Ooh wee, y'all. I just had the most magnificent idea. Now, I'm going to try to get a little meeting with the new task force. And it won't be too awful long. It's going to be longer than a lot of people think, and it's going to be longer than we want. But eventually, we are going to have a vaccine. And I think it might be a little bit less now, of half of the population are willing to take it, and the rest of us kind of want to wait and see. Now, if there was somebody that, like Terry, and he didn't want to take it, I would take it to encourage him to. For one thing, I hate needles. But anyway, back to my idea. I'm back here at my little, oh, they painted this curb. They painted it red. Oh well, it was good while it lasted. That's okay, because I've got Terry's spot down here because Lorraine doesn't have a car. So I can park here. Boy, I tell you what, y'all, I'm glad I noticed that they had painted that curb red. Can you just imagine how happy it would have made that person that wrote that note to me for me to get a ticket? And I would have deserved it. Yes, sirree, Bob. Okay. Whew. ADHD. If we're going to have a vaccine it's not a cure, it's a preventative method. It's like getting a flu shot. I got a flu shot, except my personal opinion is this is much worse than the flu. I've had the flu many times. I haven't had it in years and years and years, but I do remember what it's like. And you get real stuffed up, and it's hard to breathe, but you are not suffocating. I just can't imagine that. And I think that's why I'm so afraid of the water, is if you can't swim, eventually you just take in water and you suffocate. But anyway, that's not... Okay, so if we are going to have that vaccine, everybody in the world that we can possibly get that vaccine to is going to take it eventually. And bad people are going to try to take it first because they are cowards. But that's okay. I don't care about that. But why couldn't we just put, if we could just put a little bit of niceness in those shots, in those needles, in that stuff, not so that people were going to be slobbering sugar all over each other, which I think I do sometimes, but just enough to take the edge off of the evil, mean, cruel people, just to take them down a notch. I know God's sitting up there saying, Debrajoy, you have come up with some crazy stuff. But, this takes the cake. I mean, I know I'm fantasizing, y'all. I do that all the time about those two little kids, a little black child and a little white child, just running towards each other and hugging each other as hard as they can. That's what heaven's going to be like. We're not going to know what color anybody is. If we do, we're not going to care. We're going to love everybody. We're not going to hurt anybody. I'll get to see my little Hazel. We'll all get to see our babies. But y'all, I mean, sometimes I just like to think about good things, pleasant things. Can you just imagine if the terrible dictators in this world would wake up in the morning and they would just think, wow, I need to get my government to sit down and we need to figure out a way to do better in our country for our people to be safer and healthier and not afraid. That's what we want to do. And there would just be this place. And they would bring all the guns and all the uranium and all that awful, awful stuff. And not one person, not one, would have a weapon. No guns, no bullets, no AK-57s. Sorry, kids, no BB guns. I mean, just sit around and think about that for a little bit. That if everybody saw an old person or a disabled person struggling to get in or out of a door, would run right over there and help them. They wouldn't even think about it. Oh, I need to go help that lady. No, you just go do it. Wouldn't that be wonderful? It would just be wonderful. We do have opportunities all the time to do stuff like that, y'all. And I love them. They're not always convenient. But, man, can you imagine everybody getting inoculated with just a little bit, not a lot. People don't have to just be gushing and running over each other to be do-gooders. No, just be the way that God intended us, or Buddha, or I need to think of somebody else. I'm not very familiar with other, religions very much, or just people that are on the edge of being mean, and they just get a little boost. They get a little boost. They wake up in the morning and they think, ooh, look at that beautiful rain. Now, that wouldn't be me, but I do wake up when the sun is coming up in my room, and it just puts a smile on my face. Yeah. So anyway, that's my big idea, y'all. I wish it could happen, and I wish it would happen, but we know it won't. So all we can do is just do our part and hope that maybe somebody will be inspired. It's kind of like dominoes. Y'all remember those commercials where they had one person doing just a tiny nice thing for somebody else sees it, and then they pass that on, and then they pass that on. I love that. Okay, y'all, that's it. Shut up, blabbermouth. I'm here at Terry's, and Lorraine should be down here in a minute. I've got stuff to take up to Terry's. And so, have a happy day. Do something fun. And, of course, be safe. Love y'all. Bye now.